Hi everyone, we're gonna take a look at a game that is played very recently. Actually, it's an NHK-Cup tournament game that is being just broadcast on TV today. I watched this game today and I thought it was great, and I'm making this video immediately. It was played between Keita Inoue and Yoshiharu Habu. We saw a violent attack by Habu, so let's take a look at it. Okay, black is Inoue and white is Habu, and the opening was Yagura game, but this silver move is not so common recently. But anyway, it went along with the normal Joseki of Yagura opening. So let's just go quickly. Okay, so the normal 24 moves of Yagura opening here, and black chose this move, bishop to 6h. So black is going for a Morishita system, in which black doesn't develop his silver northern knight too early. He just keep castling his king to the Yagura castle. Against Morishita system, white usually extends this edge pawn on the 9th file, because black castles his king very early. Alright, now pawn to 2f, and silver to 7c, preparing for attack. Pawn 2e, and then white starts attacking by pawn to 7e. Black takes it, and bishop takes it. Okay, but black plays pawn to 6e. Basically, he's trying to develop his silver all the way to here, attacking the bishop, and build a pretty good thickness on king's head. Okay, king castles to 3a, but bishop 4f, threatening a pawn drop. So rook runs to 9b, and then silver to 5g. Okay, bishop 4b, yeah, and silver to 6f from the right. Okay, king castles, and black blocks the bishop with a pawn drop on 7e. Alright, but here white can attack on the 6th file with pawn to 6d. Black takes and silver recaptures. Black drops a pawn, but white can go ahead and take that pawn. So white has now gained a pawn, and they make the silver trade. Their bishop comes over, but another silver develops to 6f, attacking the bishop. Okay, before the bishop goes back, Habu pushed the 4th file pawn here, kicking the bishop back to 3g, and then he moved the bishop to 5c. Well, very good move sequence, because now white has managed to make this new square available for the bishop, which is an extremely great square for the bishop to aim at the king. Right, but black has this hope of silver up to 8c. Rook has to run to 9c. And, well, one option is silver to 8b and promote and win these pieces. But instead, black chose to promote the bishop here to 8b. Okay, then white plays bishop to 4d, of course. And, well, if white drops a silver to 7e in the next move, it's gonna be a big trouble to black. So black played gold to 7g upward, blocking the bishop's diagonal. Now what white should do here? Well, if white doesn't do anything, maybe black will save the silver to here and take the knight. So it's gonna be bad and bad for white. So white has to do something about this position. And actually, the attacking line that Habu came up with at this position was great. It was unbelievable. So let's see it. First of all, he dropped a pawn to 6d. He can't take with the horse because he's gonna lose the silver. So, well, not a big deal. Let's take with the pawn. So what? And then he dropped a silver to 7c, attacking the horse. And actually, black doesn't want to trade this horse to the rook. This horse is a good piece, and this rook is doing nothing, so he doesn't want to trade them. So that leaves him only one option, horse 7b, sticking to the silver. And then he took the pawn on 6d, like that. Well, what's the big deal? Black dropped the pawn to 6e. Okay, silver will have to draw back either of the squares. However, here's an incredible move by white. That was knight to 7c, ignoring that silver. Unbelievable. So now it's attacking this square with 2 pieces, and this knight is protected by the silver, by the way. So black takes the silver, of course. That's the only option. But then actually he can activate this knight now. So it was one option to develop this knight immediately. It's one option. But Habu even tried to make an in-between move here, and that was pawn up to 6e. And if black accepts that in-between move like silver to 5g or 7e, I don't know, then he can develop his knight, and that's unacceptable. So black didn't reply to this pawn drop, and he took the knight with the horse. So before this position, white was material down by 1 silver, but after he took the knight, white can take the silver, so it's only 1 knight down, okay? So gold recaptures upright. So, well, obviously white is losing material, so if white cannot keep attacking and destroy black's camp, white's gonna lose anyway. So the question is how Habu continues to attack. Well, let's see. He drops a pawn to 6e. Okay, has to take it. And, well, a pawn drop will be met by gold to 6f upward. So he dropped the silver there, forking the golds. Black dropped the silver 6f. He took the gold, recaptures, and here's the gold dropped on 6f. Well, he's only attacking with 2 pieces here. And the pawn, yeah. Is he gonna make it? Well, and silver drop is not very good. It's gonna be met with this pawn drop. So, oh, another option might be this knight drop, attacking the gold and blocking the bishop. So maybe he takes the silver, you take the gold. Oh well, it's not so good for black. So he didn't do that either. He could only take it. Bishop recaptures. Silver dropped in 7g, and he now promotes the bishop, attacking the rook. Rook ran to 6h. Okay, instead of taking the knight, which will make the material balance even, Habu rather moves it to 5g, putting importance to the effectiveness. So black can only accept the horse rook trade, so he dropped the gold, and it was on 7h. Well, dropping it to 6g might not be good, because then the horse can run and take this knight and maybe drop it to here. So gold to 7h, very good. So Habu just took the rook, silver recaptures, and he dropped the rook to 3i. Okay, now the problem with black is his pieces are too heavy to do nothing, but the horse cannot move yet because of silver. And so what he did was horse to 8d. Actually, this is the move that I was thinking too. Now it's attacking the rook, so rook takes the knight. But you see, this horse is covering this square, and this silver is covering this square. So white can't drop the knight. Now after he saved the horse out of the rook's attack, he can now move the silver back to 7d. Because when the horse was here, it's going to be traded by the rook, and black doesn't want that. So finally, black made a very good thickness on king's head. And at this position, it seems Habu's attack might have been exhausted. Well, most of the viewers thought that way. Anyway, he moved the rook to 9d, trying to trade them, but horse rejects it, and 7e. Pawn to 7c, not a big deal, he takes it. Now what should Habu do here? He's in trouble, right? Okay, then what he came up with was pawn to 4f. Okay, a very annoying move. Black wants to promote this one like that, but not very comfortable, so black can only accept that in-between move. And then he took the lance 1i. Well, this pawn sack is great, that's what I think, because before taking the lance, it creates this possibility, utilizing the dragon along this rank. And after he took the lance, like in the game, now he can take this pawn later, and look at this great influence of the dragon. And moreover, he can later on drop a pawn to 4b if attacked by a rook from the side. So very good pawn sack. Okay, then black promotes the pawn to 6c, and there's a great thickness on king's head. It is likely that black can try a king entering. Is white gonna be alright? But he dropped a lance to 8a he just got from 1i. What he's threatening is lance sack, and if king takes it, Dragon check. And if gold takes it, dragon to 6i. And it's very powerful. So black played server to 7f. Very good move. Oh well, other thing I could think of was maybe pawn drop, blocking the dragon. But maybe a gold drop followed by a knight drop or edge attack. Pretty uncomfortable too. So anyway, he played silver to 7f. However, knight dropped 8d, of course, and well, silver goes to 8d attacking the rook. But if you take a look at this position carefully, I'm sure you can come up with the move that Habu made. Well, he has only this option. Knight sack to knight f. Well, we knew about this move too, I guess. Black can only take it, and white can take the silver. And black recaptured. But the important thing here is white finally took a pawn to his hand. Well, actually, black had an option of calmly taking this pawn, which is very interesting. White will sack this lance and dragon to 6i, but black can take the rook. Okay, dragon check, pawn block, maybe silver drop, threatening king horse fork. Well, this variation is violent, but we didn't do that. He just took the lance, so pawn takes, and we dropped a pawn to 9h. Well, king's escaping route is now shut down. Okay, here, one interesting attack is pawn drop to 7g, a focus pawn, because if black takes with the silver carelessly, it's a checkmate. Confirm yourself, this is checkmate. So, well, maybe gold takes it and dragon 6i. Pretty uncomfortable. So that was one option, but Habu simply drop the silver to 6i. Okay, black could only drop a lance to 5i. But here, another great move. Rook to 9e, attacking the horse. And since horse doesn't want to be traded, horse ran to 6g, protecting the gold. But look at this. Now the rook is mobile again along this rank. I can even go here and promote. And this is only made possible because of that pawn sack on 4f. Great. Okay, now Habu dropped the pawn to 6f, trying to disconnect the horse and the gold. And then he took the gold, king recaptures, and a gold drop to 6e. Okay, attacking the horse. Horse goes back. Okay, then he activated the rook to 7e. Now that sleeping rook has now been awakened. Okay, silver to 8f. Otherwise, the gold will go over. You lose the horse. So silver drop. But he sacks his rook. Silver recaptures. Oh, if knight recaptures, it's attacking the gold, but gold can come over, and it's not very nice. So silver recaptures backward, but bishop to 2f. He drops that bishop immediately after he takes it. And it's hard to protect the lance. So black can only drop a bishop to ac. His idea is if he went ahead, he's going to go ahead taking the gold, and hopefully the king can enter. So gold round to 70, and then, well, pawn drop to 7f, but then white ignores it and takes the lance. Black takes the gold, hoping he can enter, but white's gonna let that happen. You know the next move, right? Don't let the king escape. Yeah, it's horse to 5h, and it's almost over. There's nothing black can do. He dropped the knight, blocking, but well, Habu finally sacked his dragon to 5i. Okay, silver recaptures, and gold drop. King has to run, and well, there's many options, but he just took the silver. A very simple threat mate. Black dropped the gold to 7h, but this was nonsense. White just sacked his horse to 7g. If knight recaptures, knight drop. And it's very simple. Clearing off the pieces, so he can only take it with the gold. But Habu dropped the silver, and black resigned. Well, this is a simple checkmate, because like that. So it was an incredible attack by Habu. His Yagura castle is intact. Great. Right, so hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.